Hello everyone, welcome to thlympic. Today we are going to solve another new 4 questions from International Math Challenge competition. So let's start. This is our first question. In the question, number parameter is given. So the sum of two bottom rectangles gives the top one. So A plus B gives C, B plus 4 gives D, and C plus D gives 25. So according to this question, ask which one is a possible answer for row 3, row 3A. So they are asking the value for this. So we can write our equations. First, A plus B equals C, and B plus 4 equals D. So we got these two equations. And if we add side by side, C plus D equals A plus 2B plus 4, and C plus D equals 25, so it equals 25. So if we take 4 there, A plus 2B equals 21. And if we remove A alone, so 2B to other side, and A equals 21 minus 2B. So at this point, normally there may be many answers, but according to these answer keys, let's check carefully. So this is an odd number, and 2 times any number is an even number. And odd number minus an even number is always odd. And among these answer keys, there is only one odd answer. So the answer is B. In this second question from category 2, so 1, 2, 3 equations are given. A, B, C are from natural numbers, and the question asks C. So since the question is related with C, first I left C alone in these two equations. So in this one, A plus B equals 24 minus C, and here A times B equals 300 over C. So we separated C from A, B. And another thing, to make it faster, I just simplify 1 over A plus 1 over B. So we multiply this by B and this by A. So we get B over AB and A over AB. So if we add them, B plus A over AB, and in addition, we can change place of these two. So A plus B over AB. Now, let's do some substitution. So this one is given here. It equals C over 15. So we substitute its value, and here A plus B we know from here. A times B we know from here. And we do these substitutions, and we got this one equals C over 15. So let's simplify this. We flipped it and multiply by top. So it equals 24 minus C times C over 300 equals C over 15. Now let's do cross product. So 15 multiplies this side and 300 multiplies the other side. And so 15C times 24 minus C equals 300C. 15 and 300 we can simplify. So we can divide both sides by 15. So no more 15 here, and this will be 20C. So then we remove the C, we remove the bracket. So C times 24, 24C, C times C, negative C squared. And from here we got 20C. Now let's collect everything to one side because it's a quadratic equation. So we can take C here and 24 there. So we will get C will be positive. So C squared, since it counts, it's negative 24C. And if we simplify, we will get negative 4C. So it will be C squared minus 4C. Or if we take this here, it will be 4C minus C squared equals 0. So this is our quadratic equation, but this is easy to solve because C is common. So we factor out C. What we left is 4 minus C. So in this case, if the product of two numbers is 0, either first one 0 or second one 0. If this is 0, C is 0. If this is 0, C equals 4. So the answer is 4, because answer C cannot be 0 because the product is 300. If C is 0, it's supposed to be 0. So the answer is 4. For this question, we have two squares. One is a big one, the other is a small one. They have an intersection, and this intersection area is 1/4 of this one. It means if this is x, the total is 4x, so this is 3x. Likewise, this x is 1/9 of this one. It means if this is 1x, the whole is 9x, so this is 8x. So in this way, we can represent areas in terms of x, like 8x, x, and 3x. After that, the question gives that unshaded area is 1,100. So unshaded part is 8x and 3x. So 8x plus 3x, 1,100. So 11x is 1,100. If we simplify, x is 100. So if x is 100, the little square is 400, and the big square is 9x, so 900. But this is the area. So if area is 900, one side is 30, and the other is also 30. And if area is 400, each side is 20, 20. So right now we got the side lengths, but still not finished the question. Ask outer length of composite shape. So we need to consider this part. So what I did is I just add this part to here, so it becomes a full square for the big one, and we have two extra blue lines here. So since area ratio is x to 3x, so the side ratio of this to this one is k to 3k. So if this is 3k, this is 3k, and the outer one we can call 4k. So 4k is 20, it means 1k is 5, so 3k is 15, and we have two blue lines, each to 3k, so the total is 6k, so 6k is 30. So it means these blue lines are 30, and 30, 30, 30, and these orange parts also 30. So in total we have 5 30s, and 5 times 30 is 150 centimeter. And this is the final question. The question asks, which one is a perpendicular unit vector for this vector? First, let's remember to understand a vector is perpendicular to another. When we multiply with scalar product or dot product, it must give us 0. This is first thing. Second, for unit vector, if this is a general vector, the unit vector of this is we divide each coordinates by the size of this vector. So A divided by size of V, or we can call magnitude, E divided by magnitude of V. So this is unit vector of V. So if this is the vector, and if another vector, let's call V, is perpendicular, when we multiply by scalar product, so it will give us 0. So let's multiply. For scalar product, we multiply x's together, y's together, and we add them. So according to this, we have this equation, and if we simplify it, as you see, a over b is 15, 12 over 5. So unit vector doesn't depend on size of vector. That's why we can take our vector as 12 and 5. So the size of our vector is, we use Pythagoras theorem to find size. So x squared plus y squared and square it. So the size of vector is 13. So the unit vector of this vector is 12 over size of vector and 5 over size of vector. But we don't have this kind of answer in answer keys. Then look at this shape. These two are the perpendicular. There are two perpendicular vectors, which is perpendicular to black one. One is upward, the other is downward. So the two opposite vectors are the vectors with opposite signs. So if this is positive, this is negative. So, but both of them are perpendicular to the black vector. So if this is the positive one, upward one, and not in the answer key, so we can check the negative one, which is negative in both coordinates. So since these both of them positive, so these two both of them will be negative. So this should be the answer. Yes, the answer is 12 over negative 12 over 13. Yes, answer is C. So thank you very much for today. So hope you enjoy it. See you in next week.